Alright everybody, welcome to Game 5 of Naboo Regionals. This is one that I've been excited to watch myself because at the bottom of the screen we have Jeroen playing HITCO, which I also believe is shield listing HITCO, against Justin Branch playing Shadow Collective. So hopefully this will be a good game. Let's get into it. Sorry if there's some background noise again. I am sat out with my van. So if there's some road noise, apologise for that. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. Let's move. Whoop. Oh, hopefully the screen didn't move for you guys, because I just tried to move this instead and grab the screen. You see, Justin's still shuffling. Got to get them cards in the right order, so I am going to skip forward a little bit just to save some time. Wait for Jeroen. There you go. We turned the light on as well, so hopefully that looks a bit better for everyone. So yeah, HITCO is kind of cool at the moment. It's changed from playing obviously the JCC. We now play the Funeral Pyre, and the new Ewok Village has been given the extra light side icon. So you're still activating 6th Force with Woklin, which we see Jeroen's playing Woklin there. Again, disclaimer, some cards you see are not PC sponsored, like that Woklin. We've seen the farm card, and like my father. Let's see what he's got in his hand. He's got a Luke, Beggar, the numbers card. Only Hope, go and get Yoda's Hut or a Death Star 2 site. Always good to get that puller in your opening hand. Also, the other function is obviously to move Prophecy of the Force, which does come in handy. Something I like that the PC have done with that card is, keeping up with location pullers. I think it's just something we're going to have to concede is always going to be around in the game. But things like Weezer, a Destiny 5 used interrupt that you can just keep putting back all the time it's just too good, I think, personally. So I like it that new stuff like Only Hope is Destiny 4, and it doesn't do anything else really. Like Weezer, the -1 to weapon destinies it's just really handy. And if you are playing Jar Jar, to get rid of undercover spies is a lot. So see Justin looking through for sites. We saw he had a Maul in hand, and there was a Phantom Menace. I think Justin's played 4 Phantom Menaces in this build. There's 2. There's definitely one at the end. And he had one in hand, I think, so. And double Force Pushes was, not Force Push, Force Fields were in there. Probably good cards to have in this deck. I wonder if this game will be a lot slower than the EBO one. Don't think the screen is frozen. No, it's just Jeroen keeping incredibly still. Justin going for a side on, upside down, or side on flat direction with his locations. What else he got in hand? That's a point man he keeps looking at. She's going to play. Put back. Oh, like Maul's double-bladed saber. We see a bridge. Nice. That was obviously the card he was looking for. Shame not to have that in your opening hand. Obviously why he didn't want to spend the Force to deploy Maul as well this turn. And then yeah, he's just going to draw there's something I've been thinking about a lot recently, is that one force that like, I think 99% of the times I play, and you see other people playing, is like, first things you do, pull a grabber, and at the end of your turn you save one force to use it, which is like, okay, I guess, like, you're going to want to grab something, but if Lightside hasn't played anything during your turn, what are you going to grab now? So is that force better in your force pile, or is it better, in your hand at this point? And something I've been leaning more towards recently is having it in my hand. Although Justin did get to see what it was, so maybe he just thought he drew the cards that he wanted, and saving that one force it wasn't going to make his hand any different, so you might as well have it as a unit of force. But just something I've been thinking about. Obviously we see his activation's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it's 9 with the farm, but yeah, really could have done with that bridge in opening hand. But there you go, can't have everything. We've seen Jerome's hand, he's also got a soaker at the like. There's an Obi with lightsabers just drawn. I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to put my head down to kind of see lower down into his hand, and that's not working because it's on screen. It's that thing, isn't it, when you're playing a game and you want to jump and you start throwing your hands up in the air with the controller. Anyway, Justin trying to decide if he wants to play any more shields. We saw he did pull it's the Senate shield, isn't it? But it also stops cards being taken out of your hand, so that's protection from the sense. And is it uncertain as the future? I think it's the light side version. Obviously didn't want to have to lose that bridge that he just got. So in his hand, Dr. Ree, gun, Zam, Shizor, Aura Singh with blaster, Wounded Warrior, a gun, 9 force to work with. Do you throw Maul down, give him his saber, and then move him to the library? Or do you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Justin, he's doing that thing again. He's more calm deployed to Battlegrounds. Unless, he didn't get changed, did he, since Naboo? I don't think he did, but he definitely can't do that now. So, live and learn, I guess. At the end of the day, it's a force. It's not the end of the world. It does mean, though, that you can't just throw them all down and initiate a battle against someone. So that would have been different. But yeah, so we see Maul came out, got his saber, Phantom Menace, Paimon to give him a Black Sun blaster. He got the other first light sight out. Black Sun blasters they're kind of interesting in this deck. I have wondered whether they're better being swapped out for the Naboo blasters, to be honest. They do let you activate a force. Anyway, we see Jerome activates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 force, plus I'm not sure if he saved any then. Okay. Jedi Knight Luke going to the farm for the farm pull. Took a card very quickly then, so he must have known what he was looking for, hoping to get. Being it's the shield busting Hitco, I mean, you could go for anything, I guess, at this point. Would he go for a neighbouring for later on? A character? Beggar? Believe Justin is on the KTOD team, which I think MHT is on as well, I believe. Possibly. Or he was on a team with MHT, and now he's on KTOD. So he obviously knows this deck, what it's like, and how to play against it. So, he's not going nuts pulling shields at the moment. We see Onan Brew come down for free. Guessing he's looking for a Saber, which looks like he whiffs on, which is a pain. He's got Harvest in hand, or Lando Yoda. Lando Yoda, the numbers effect, Beggar, Harvest. I mean, Luke without a Saber is a bit naff at the moment. He's got Anakin Skywalker. Played during the move phase to get Dora Skywalker, so maybe he's just having a look to see if she's in there. She's such a cool layer. Lando, okay. Do you think he's digging for his Saber? Which, there it is. There's a decent amount of characters in there. That's the uncertain is the future. Another Yoda. Obi with Saber was in there. Some other dudes look like a Chewie. I mean, that sucks when you've got to use a once per game pull on something that you can just get at any time. Now we see the numbers card. Oh, this is the you add up the 3 lowest Destiny characters on table, and the loser loses the difference. So currently Maul a half, so I think you round up, so guessing that would be a 1 to 14, so you'd be losing like 13 force if it pops. There is a shield for it. Justin needs to decide, does he want to pull a shield straight away? And also, shuffling in's a bit of a bitch, because he's got black sleeves and Justin's got blue sleeves, so it's going to be obvious where it is, so he needs to find a different sleeve, or he needs to go and just pull the shield now to cancel it as soon as it appears. Okay, so there's the the shield. It's the you cannot hide forever, the council's insert cards. So that was weird. But only one more shield left, unless Justin can find Cold Feet, which I don't know if he played it, to be honest, in this. Only pays 1 to keep Lando on the table. Ping 1 with the blaster. Dewat Village is a drain -1 location as well, so I don't see Justin paying 3 to force drain here. Well, maybe. Prophecy moves. So, okay, so there he loses 1 to drain. For 3, Jerome needs to lose an extra 1. Yeah. And then a ping. Oh, he got pinged and then he lost 3. Okay. So Owen and Brew, Weapon Lev, and another red card. And then no escape for the force field that he just lost to add to the drain. Nice. We see Sam Wessel going to the first light bar. She's going to get a gun. Yeah, this is what I was saying before actually about the the Black Sun Blaster. It's use on force to deploy on your alien warrior, so it's got to be an alien. Because I've made that mistake before of trying to put it on. This is another mistake. So Maul can't actually even have the Black Sun Blaster because he's not an alien. Whoops. It is free if you got a Black Sun agent on table, so I think the only one you'd play in this deck would be Shizor. So there's that. It fires for free. Its Destiny is +1, but any target, if you hit the target, you get to activate a force. So it just hits stuff. It doesn't particularly do a lot except let you activate a force, and it's Destiny 4. Deploys for 1, whereas, and it fires for free, I guess, is the other thing. We'll see. While I'm waffling, Jerome's force drain for 2. We see Boba Fett and Imbalance combo off the top. Here comes Beggar, and it's like, how much force have you got left? Because I'm going to spend it all. But yeah, Naboo blasters, they also cost 1 to deploy on your warrior or battle droid. I mean, target a character, they do cost a force to fire, and they fire at +1, so, but they're Destiny 5, so it's kind of like, do you want a Destiny 5 blaster that's probably the same deploy, but that doesn't fire for free and doesn't activate a force? Or do you want a Destiny 4 blaster that does those things? you know what I mean? I don't know which is better. Kind of flip-flop one to the other. Anyway, I'm kind of waffling on something unrelatable at the moment. Let's go back here. We've got Daughter Skywalker for 4 going down to Tatooine. He's going to get a card. I believe we saw a Gick in Justin's hand earlier as well. Yeah. He's got 2 Wounded Warriors, always good against Leia. A Dr. Everson combo. I was kind of hoping this was going to be an interactive game. But I think Jerome's playing sort of fairly conservative. And I think that's going to cost him eventually. He didn't even spend 1 of Justin's force. He might as well used 1 with the beggar. You were going to do anything? So recirculate, pay 1 for Lando. Because Lando says at the end of your turn, could you have used beggar to pay that 1? I'm guessing you could have, because it's still during your turn. Because I don't think you can use beggar in opponent's turn. Anyway, so we see a ping for 2. Before getting pinged, he's going to play quite a mercenary, I guess, to look for True Protector. There he is. And then lose Quiet Mercenary. Yeah, so, I mean, Jerome can't just sit and keep taking a ping of 2 and a drain of 2 or 3. Because he's only doing 2 damage back. Yes, he's got Harvest. Ooh, see Luke's hand off the top. Pay 3. Drain where Maul is. Guessing he's looking to lose a force. Loses a Crimson Dawn Blaster. That sucks a little bit. But he's draining for 3. Jerome loses Anakin Skywalker. Can get that back using Prophecy of the Force. Unite and Only Hope off the top. Get Anakin Skywalker back now before you forget. Can't think of anything else in the deck. Because I believe you can't play Episode 1 characters in this deck anymore, so. And Justin's got no retrieval shields or anything out, so. It's the Aura Singh going to back up Zam Wessel. Another 4 force for the Prince. Up for a gun. That one in there. Those destinies are pretty good though. There's like 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 5, something like that. There we see him get a gun from hand anyway. Four force. Dr. E combo. Okay, he's just gonna stack the crap out of that sight. This is a bit of a like a sticky situation. I think if Jerome's got first strike, not first strike. If Jerome's got draw their fire and a neighbouring in hand, then Justin's in trouble unless he pulls the shield to cancel Beggar, because you just teleport you guys over to Maul, beat the crap out of him, and then make it so he can't play Hujix. He's going to put a card down first with Like My Father. Oh no, he's going to move Prophecy. Okay. It kind of says to me he's going to Force Drain again. He's activating 14 Force. He had 1 save, so 15, plus he can put a card down with Like My Father. Paid 3, drained for 3. So yeah, Wounded Warrior from hand, Mighty Jabber, and a Phantom Menace. So I mean, Justin's Destinies on top now are all pretty good. They were like 4 5s. I think that was the 7, wasn't it? So like 4s and 5s left. But Jerome's looking at ping of 2, probably another drain of 3. Luke gets a hand. There's the neighbouring. We know he's got Chewie in hand, so you could put Chewie at Tatooine, draw a card from use pile, hope it's the draw their fire. Could do with spending some more of that Force first though. Okay, so there goes the Chewie for 2. So he's got 5 cards to choose from. Would have liked more cards to draw from there, but you know, what are you going to do? Right, it's going to go quiet for a second. I just need to step away from the computer. I'm going to leave this running for a sec. And I'm back. So we saw Goonie Tay, and now we're seeing 5 Force to neighbouring over to Maul. Yeah. We also saw he's got Jedi Presence in hand, so that means Chewie will be 12, Leia 8, so that's 20, 12 for Lando, 8 for Owen and Beru, so that's like 12, 20, 40, so that's 50 power with Luke's 10. He gets the battle for free. Keep your eyes open. No blasters or weapons getting fired. Loses the keep your eyes open for keep your eyes open. How fortuitous. It's kind of annoying because obviously Moore wanted to swing and hit 2 people, but having the Gick in hand is kind of neither here nor there, and damage output for either player is kind of the same. He's going to ping for 1, can drain for 1 if he wants. Owen and Baru are probably going to die here. He's going to play Harvest now during the battle. Oh, he's going to play Harvest to add a Destiny, I think. Is that well, that's what he's doing with that. He is just going all in, pay 3, play Sense. Oh, but the shield says no. That sucks. Can't remember what that Senate shield's called, sorry guys. Okay, try and look it up now. Is it allegations of corruption? No, that's the grabber. Just been trying to look for the other shield busting things. Vote of no confidence. I think this is the one. Yeah. While you have 12 or fewer cards in hand, opponent may not remove cards from your hand except with Grimtash. I mean, that would have been good if Jeroen could have got rid of the Gick. Ooh, okay, and then he draws 6, 4, 3, 3. Fair enough, which is all +1 because of Luke's like my father thing. All goes in the bin. And then Gick, which gets grabbed. Bet he's wishing he played that Harvest to retrieve Force instead now. Or do they have to be on Tatooine to do that? Alright, so you can retrieve Force if Owen or Baru is on table, 2 if they're at the farm, and 4 if both at the farm. So, yeah, I could have done with playing that before the neighbouring. and then he decided to lose Lando instead. Activate one less force while a Skywalker is at the Ewok village. Ping for 1, drain for 1. Prophecy moves. You see a hand with blaster going off the top. 4 force. 5 force for IG. Look for a gun. There we have it. Now this is I know why he did it, but like the way he's got his first light sights, it's battleground, non-battleground, then a battleground, which is just a pain at this point for him because Justin's got to walk through a non-battleground to get to the battleground. So it's kind of pointless even trying. I doubt he's played Ellis. And maybe only one maybe one Gick. I don't think he played 2. So he doesn't obviously want to get caught with his pants down again. He's going to play Force Push. He took that very quick. I'm guessing he knew what was going to be in there, which maybe Maul again. And then saves a ton of force. Jerome's still got Beggar in play. Drain for 2, we see Phantom Menace and Hondo. We saw they obviously forgot to put that Phantom Menace back in the last turn. Sometimes I think when you're playing in like live play like this, you should just stack the Phantom Menace on Maul, kind of like a weapon. Because then you'll remember to put it back when he does go lost. Because I actually think that's one of the strengths of that card. If you lose Maul, it goes back into your use pile, which is great, like a Destiny 7 that you can then track. Especially at this point in the game for Justin, who easily could have activated down to it, I would imagine. Not that he wants to fight or anything, but would have been handy. So Justin grabbed the Neighboring, which I think is a good grab against this deck. Would you play 2 in this build? I think is the question. It's tough, I think, with Neighboring. Sometimes I think if I'm going to build a deck with Neighboring in it, why not put 2 or 3 in? If that's kind of what you're leaning into with, just single or like 2 battle rounds and you want to doom stack and move them around a lot. But then if your opponent plays Imperial Arrest Order, they're just like kind of dead cards. Because you can't Neighboring into the Ewok village because it's an interior site as well as exterior. I think that's how it works. So it's kind of pointless. You can go from the village, I think, to the farm, maybe? No, I don't think you can actually. Anyway. So now we're just thinking each player is going to do 2 damage a turn for a long time. Justin activating all of it. Ping for 1. See an Obi-Wan with lightsaber going. Drain for 1. Oh yeah, can't move because he's got a Skywalker at the village. Well remembered, Jeroen. The only hope from hand. 6 force. Oh yeah, Maul, get his saber back. Oh, 6 because of Unite on the table. Again, deploying straight to a battle round. Hondo Anaka at the same site, just why not? Pay 3, drain for 3. We see an accelerate. Just has only got like 3 cards left in hand, I think. Point Man and I want to say a Sith Fury, but I'm not convinced. Justin's got quite the stack himself, so I don't see any more battles happening in this game. Little glitch in the system there. We see Ahsoka coming down to the farm. I think Jerome's just trying to get as much damage to as possible because he's draining for 3 and Justin's going to be draining for 3 and pinging for 1. So, Ahsoka just going down by herself. Weapon-wise, we saw Justin lost a blaster early on, and there's 3 on table, so he's probably only got 1 more left somewhere. Activating, saving a decent amount. So ping for 1. See Jedi presence. 3 force. Trying to decide whether to add 1 with Maul, add 2 with Maul or not. I think you need to. Yeah. He loses. That looked like a C-slips. I think that's an Aura Sing with blaster. Can't quite make out what Jerome's got in hand still, but there goes another Obi with lightsaber. And then counting up. Annoyingly, they both did it off camera, so you can't even guess. So, at this state, technically, Jerome's going to take 4 damage from a ping and a drain, whereas he's draining back for 4, but he's also getting kind of like an extra 1 because Maul's going to have to lose a force to add to that drain, so Hondo now gets a gun. Everybody gets a gun. So I think it just depends on the maths at this point. We've got 4 damage to 5. Who's got more life force? Jerome still hasn't used the prophecy to retrieve an Anakin Skywalker card. See, blast door controls, Aura Sing, and the Prince off the top. Another drain of 1. I think that's a masterful move combo It's like a side-on one. What else can be done? Not much. Also, when Maul went lost, I think Jeroen forgot to flip his objective, which had he might have had one, I think at least 1 or 2 turns on the 7 side, which would have meant he could have retrieved 2 force. And he's also got Wackling that he can pop. Obviously now Maul's back on the table, it flipped him back. And it's got to be a character of ability greater than 4. See Yoda, Master of the Force, going to Cloud City. Still not used Beggar. It's like counting how much force each player's got left. Justin with 2 cards in hand. Also, if Justin wants to... Oh no, because he's placed out of play, never mind. I mean, both players are getting pretty low at this point. The Jeroen pulls Ultimatum. That's gonna help keep that drain at. So now it's a drain of 2 and a ping of 1. So you run Luke, run off the top. Pay 3, drain for 1, I think. I get the feeling that Justin is just enough ahead. Lose 1, add 2 to the drain, so it now becomes a drain of 2. Sense. And our only hope. I'm guessing if I'm just in here, I'm moving Maul to the library. Maybe. Oh, Jerome's still got a shield pull, so he could just pull simple tricks. But then Maul could bounce to like Yoda or Ahsoka's site. Or just carry on moving to the first light. And he obviously still have the ping of 1, drain of 1. If not, he's looking at taking 5 damage next turn. I think if I was Jeroen, if I lose this game, probably kick myself. I think going all in on the Maul, I get it, but I think it was like a bit too much. I know he was kind of hoping to play the Sense uncertain as a future. Like Justin was about to bounce Maul, and then Jeroen points out, you've put it out of play. But yeah, I think he should have played Harvest and retrieved the 4 force, then neighbouring across and battled, because you had like 50 odd power and 2 battle destinies, so you know, I think you would have been good. So we see Justin take 5 damage. Maybe Jeroen does win this by like the skin of his teeth, because he's obviously just paid 9 force, got 1 left, 1 in hand. There's 11. Justin activates 7. Did he just count 11 then? Ping for 1. Pay 3. Justin just needs 3 force just to keep force draining. So if you can last like a couple of turns, but he's only putting in 3 damage. So, oh, he's only, yeah, 3, 2 for the drain, 1 for the ping. There's the handshake, wow. And there's some spectator coming and saying your objective should have been flipped. But no, because more's on the table. Well done, Jeroen. I think you did it. Just about-ish. I think Jeroen actually did pretty well with this deck during the whole day. I think it was a shame that his SOS by the end of the day was low. So I think he came, it was like 5th or 6th maybe, and he probably should have been like 1st, but I think just the way the point system worked on the day and who played who kind of pushed him down with the SOS. But yeah, nicely done. Well done start again. Well played, Jeroen, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and hopefully I'll get the last 2 out very soon, which are, I think, the last 2 games of the day that I've recorded, which are Emil versus Justin in back-to-back matches. So stay tuned. Until then, see you next time. Thanks for watching.